Hello and welcome back to CADvent 2024. It is day 16, we're nearly at Christmas, and in today's video we are going to be designing a icicle decoration in Autodesk Fusion. My name is Elizabeth Bishop and you can find me on my social medias at 3dbish. So let's jump into Fusion and get started. So today's session we are going to use a combination of some loft, some sweeps and also the form workspace to design these twisty icicles that you can pop on your Christmas tree. So starting off with a sketch on the XY plane, I'm going to create a circle to use as a construction. So circle, construction line, I'm going to make that 15 millimeters big. I'm then going to create another circle, turning off my construction line, bring that out from the side, and that is going to be 8 millimeters. I'm then going to dimension this from the origin to here as 5.25. I'm then going to use a circular pattern within the sketch tool, selecting that center point and round here. And I want 4 of those, and click OK to finish that circular pattern. I'm then going to finish my sketch. I'm going to create a second sketch, and this one's going to be on the XZ plane. I'm going to create a line all the way up, and that's going to be 80 millimeters. Now I want that to be construction line as well, so I'm going to click on the line and then select construction and finish that sketch there. And then going to create a sweep. So selecting all of those profiles that I created in that first sketch, as well as the center profile. And the path is going to be that second sketch we created, and that's going to extrude those upwards. Now I'm going to add in a twist angle of 660 degrees, but you can play around with how much twist you want to add. Know that this one's going to work for what we want to do. I'm going to click OK for that. So now that I've got my basic icicle, I'm going to jump into the form workspace. So I'm going to click Create Form. Now I want to convert this body to a form body. So I'm going to go Utilities and then Convert, select the whole thing like this. And then I'm just going to increase the number of length faces until it's kind of matching the original shape that I had in the solid working space. So click OK there. Now if we go to the bodies, you'll see we've got a number of separate bodies here. I don't actually want this top one, so I'm just going to select it, find it in there, and then click delete. So I don't want that anymore. And the same with the bottom one. So that's body 3 and then delete. And that leaves us with the bodies that I want to work with. Now if you watch some of the vase mode bauble videos, we're going to use a similar technique. I'm going to do this one a little bit more systematically to get an even spread of the edits that I want to do. So selecting, make sure you've got your selection filters to select through ticked. I'm going to, from left to right, click that, holding down my shift key, grab the next one down and go all the way down apart from the bottom one. I'm going to click modify, come round to the top, get that plus minus pull there, and I'm going to type in 0.9 and click OK. And then going to back to my front view in the view cube, holding down the shift key and holding down the control key, and deselecting that bottom one. Click modify, go round to the top view, grab that handle and bring that down to 0.9. And repeat this process throughout each one. So using the control key to deselect one of the bands, go to the top view, use the view cube, type in 0.9. Select the next one, deselect the next one, go to the top view, grab that handle, 0.9, enter. Deselect the next band, modify, top view, round to the top, 0.9, click OK. And then finally deselect that one, so you've only got the top one left, and bring that in to 0.9. Now, if you wanted a much more tapered, you can obviously play around with the dimensions that you use on those modifiers and pulls. Now, that's all I'm going to do in the form workspace. I'm going to click Finish Form there. Going to my bodies, I'm going to hide the solid body I started with, and that's left me with these here. So I'm going to go to the Surface workspace, and I'm going to stitch these together into one body. So selecting from left to right, modify and stitch, using the default settings and clicking OK. We've now just got one surface body left. Now to make this a solid body, I'm going to use the patch. So select the top surface, patch that and click OK. Select patch again for the bottom face and click OK. I've then got these 3 surface bodies here. So again, I want to select all of them, click stitch, use the default settings and click OK. And we now have a solid body rather than a surface body to work with. I just want to add a little bit of taper to the top and bottom such that we can add in a point at the bottom of the icicle and then a hook at the top to hang this on our Christmas tree. So I'm going to create a construction plane, so construct offset plane. I'm going to select that top face and I'm going to drag that up 3 millimeters. On that plane, going back to the solid working space, create sketch, grab that plane and I'm going to add in a circle, so create circle, and this is going to be a 10 millimeter diameter circle. Finishing the sketch there. I'm then going to create a loft. So from that face, so that's that one there, through to the top face there. And I want my direction here to be direction rather than connected, although both will work in this situation. So clicking OK there, that gives us a little bit of a merge into a circular top point there. Going to do the exact same thing with the bottom. So construct offset plane 5 millimeters. Create a sketch on that top surface, a circle again from the center point, and this one is going to be 2 millimeters. Finish that sketch, create another loft. So again, loft from that profile up to this profile. And again, with this one, I want it to be direction. I just prefer the way that kind of looks with the design there. Going to add in a fillet, so add a fillet, and you need to select the face in this instance, and I'm going to add a 0.5 millimeter fillet there just to round off the corners, and then on the top, selecting that very top plane there, I'm going to add a fillet of 1 millimeter. Now the final thing to do here is to add in the hook to hang this on our tree. So I'm going to create a sketch on one of the planes through the middle of the part. I'm going to project, so create and project. And I want to select my selection filter to be bodies, and I'm just going to project through that whole body into the design here. Then I'm going to use a circle, so I'm going to make that 4 millimeters. I'm then going to do an offset, so modify an offset, and that's going to be 1.2. I'm then going to create a tangent from that bottom circle to there. Ensure it's in the center using a horizontal and vertical constraint to the origin. That turns all the lines black there. And then just add in some lines down perpendicularly to the bottom face through there. I want to make sure that those are tangent to that circle. And there we go. We have a fully defined and constrained sketch. Going to finish that sketch and use an extrude. So extruding those profiles, my distance I want to be symmetric, and my total distance I'm going to do as 3 millimeters. And then I just want to add in some fillets around the base of that part. So selecting each of those lines around there, and then a 0.5 mil fillet to just round off those edges there. You could also have added a chamfer. And there we go. We have our designed icicle here. It doesn't look too great with you can see all the construction lines here. So if we just go to the render workspace, I'm going to open up my appearances and I'm going to add a glass appearance as if this was a glass icicle. I think the blue one will look good. So you can click download to download your appearances and just drag that out onto your object there. And you can see those designs in there, and we can go back to the design workspace to see how that looks. So if you've got any questions, please do post them in the comments section below. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you'd like me to do for the rest of CADvent 2024. I'll see you in the next video.